Jody, a narrow defeat against Hampton. What are your thoughts on today?
Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be super positive about a defeat, but there weren't many positives in the performance. We're playing against a team who are sat 5th or 6th in there in the playoff position, and I think there was nothing between us. On the day. There was at times in the second half their management were getting really frustrated with their lack of possession. We definitely stopped them playing the way they like to play, which is a lot of possession and an expansive attacking football. We really stopped that. We kept Ryan Gondo really quiet. We kept Slew really quiet. We restricted the possession they had in the middle third of the pitch, and we forced them to go long a lot of the time. So that was really good. We counter-attacked brilliantly in the first half, created some good opportunities, and then second half, I'm not going to say we didn't dominate, but the roles were reversed. They were counter-attacking, we were asking the questions, we were having the ball, and they were counter-attacking. So there was many positives, but I'm not going to come up here and sit here and say, I feel great after losing 1-0, because I don't. But we're down the bottom of the league. The margins are fine. Certainly today we would have hoped to have got something from that against a very good team. We didn't, and we've got to look to improve and try and do it in the next game. But we must keep at it. We must stay positive, and we must recognise where we're at and what situation we're in, and that it's going to be a tough journey, but it's going to be a journey that we can certainly overcome.
Was it disappointing today that we didn't take our chances when they were presented?
Yeah, of course. I'm standing there and you're willing the ball to go in the goal, and they've made some goal line blocks. We've maybe taken a touch in the box at times when we should have shot first time. We've had some crosses that have gone right across the 6-yard box and been a whisker away from going in. We've had a few chances from set plays. We've had Munsey's clever effort when Shaq set it to him and he's volleyed it, and from the bench it looks like it's dipping in. So we've had chances out there today, and as I say, I honestly think that Gary McCann, their manager, knows they've been in a tough game today. He'll have had much easier days than today in terms of getting the 3 points, and I'm pretty sure they'll go away and probably say the same as what people at Chippenham said last week, that they're not a bottom of the league team. But unfortunately the league table says we are bottom, and we've got to start picking up the points to get us away from the bottom, but performances are on the up.
Was it pleasing to see the defence restrict numerous chances and only letting one decisive goal?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, second half the roles were reversed. They were counter-attacking against us, having lots of possession and trying to find the breakthrough. So they had a couple of half chances in the second half. The goal, I was a little bit disappointed because I feel that Jack Munns was tugged back in the middle of the pitch when we were counter-attacking. The ref let it go. I'm not really sure why, and they broke and they scored. Disappointing that we didn't recover and do better with it. But I don't remember them having a great deal of clear-cut chances, and they're a free-flowing attacking team. They score lots of goals, and they're in the playoff position. So we've made it really hard for them today. As I say, they know they've been in the game. And yeah, I am pleased with the defence, but again, I'm not someone who wants to keep losing, so I'm not going to be overjoyed that we lost 1-0, and it looks better than losing 3-1. At the end of the day, we lost the game.
Charlie Lee is seriously impressed in the recent games playing at centre back. How happy have you been with Charlie?
I've been really happy with Charlie since the day I walked in here. His attitude's been brilliant for me. Whatever I've asked him to do, he's tried to do. He puts his body on the line all the time. I don't think anyone who supports Billericay could say anything other than that guy puts his body on the line. He's made a tackle in the corner, gone into the hoardings. He's not one of them who then gets up and says, I want to come off. He stayed on. He gets a strap in, he goes back out there. Really strong in the air, got stronger and stronger as the game went on. When they were backing off us, he starts driving out with the ball, getting us playing, being positive. Yeah, so I was pleased from him, and he's not a shouter and a screamer, but the way he plays, he's showing good leadership qualities.
Norman Webb returns to the squad. That must be a real boost for the upcoming games.
Yeah, I think he's a natural goal scorer, and I think we saw that today, not by the fact that he scored, but by the fact that he's often in the 6-yard box. He's often very close there or thereabouts to getting goals. He hasn't had any football in the last 2 months, so again, he's not going to be firing on all cylinders, but he impressed me enough in the last 10 days in training that I felt he should start and that he might get us a goal, and I don't think he was a million miles away from it. I think that the more football he plays, the more goals he's going to score, so yeah, delighted to have him back.
Also, Aaron Akinfenwa surprised us all and played in a holding midfield position today. What did you think of his performance?
Well, first and foremost, you've got to recognise the opponent. They're quite a fluid opposition. They do look to play out, they do rotate in midfield. The wide players come into that sort of number 10 position because they drift in off the line, and I felt that Aaron had the tools and the mentality to snuff that out, and I think he done it really well. I think that'll be one of the most quietest games you'll have seen from their attacking midfielders. I feel, and as he grew into the role, he got more confident on the ball as well. And yeah, I was really pleased for him. He's a young boy. He's finding his way in this level of football, and I thought he can walk away today and know that he done a really good job for the team.
Up next is Maidstone United in the FA Trophy. Can you give us a preview into that one?
Oh, I mean, Maidstone, a huge club, but to put it into perspective, I think they got their first win in 9 today, so they're not in the best of form. They've got an unbelievable squad. They've got a really experienced management duo. The assistant manager I worked with for 18 months at Dagenham, Terry Harris, got the utmost respect for him. They've got 7 or 8 players that have played for me before. They've got goals coming from everywhere when they're playing well, and that's why I think the first 8 games of the season they were unbeaten and top of the league. But you know, they've won 1-0 today against Chippenham from a penalty, a Joan Luque penalty. Maybe that will turn the tide for them, but they've been in a tough moment themselves, just like us. So it's an FA Trophy game. It's not our priority. I think it's fair to say when you're fighting against relegation, the FA Trophy is not your priority. But we need anything to trigger us. We need anything just to change the momentum, because we're actually playing all right. Certainly in moments we're playing all right, and today we showed that we're not a million miles away from being a good team. So we need something to change the momentum, change the stigma attached with being bottom of the league and losing. And I think once that happens, whether that's in a cup competition away in front of 2,000 fans at Maidstone, that might inspire us. But when that happens, I think everyone will see a team that improves dramatically over time. But we need to get over that hurdle. We need to find that win to change the momentum. And yeah, you know, I'll prepare and the team will prepare, and hopefully that change in momentum will come at Maidstone.